Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. Let me get this thing situated. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. All right. Are we situated? Are we situated? Put a one in the chat. Let me see if I can see you guys. I'll make sure you guys are in here. Okay, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. If you're watching me and you hear the sound of my voice, put a one in the chat so I know you can hear me, so we can get this thing popping here. I'll start once I see some ones. Type some ones in the chat. Type some ones in the chat if you can hear me. Type some ones in the chat. Let's see. I don't see any ones in the chat, so I don't know if we connected yet. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the motion to gag the media as well as the prosecutor has been denied. But we must unpack what was represented to the court by Earnest Williams' attorney. And I don't know if you guys couldn't see me, but I was filming. This guy insinuated that I revealed names of victims. That is the biggest lie ever told. And he's an officer of the court, and he represented that I revealed a victim. I didn't reveal any victims. I didn't reveal any victims. The only time that I've heard names in the hearings was when we were before Judge Kimberly Adams. And you guys know I'd made a great attempt to mute those names. And let's be honest here. This lawyer was playing games. There were two people that we all know that may have been a part of revealing the name of a victim and or victims. One was in the court, the other one was hiding. One was in the court and the other one was hiding. And let's be honest. This gag order request would not have been made had it not been for the behavior of a certain individual. And before we go into that, what is this about calling out bloggers and saying they're not part of the media? And I'm going to show you where he lost on that point as well. There were two Rule 22s filed. You guys thought I dropped the ball. I didn't drop the ball. Your guys thought I dropped it. I didn't drop the ball. And I'll tell you what happened. There were two Rule 22s filed, one by myself and one by the law intellect. And I'm listening to the lawyer make his argument and calling out these particular bloggers and saying they're not part of the media. Well, arguably they're part of new media and they're protected under the First Amendment. I don't know what happened as it relates to someone recording the stream. I wasn't even a part of that. But if you guys recorded a stream that you didn't have a Rule 22, take it down, and I'll tell you why. Because if they make that an issue with the judge, then they can hold those individuals in contempt if they represented on the stream that they were, well, I don't know. Did the judge, I didn't see the stream, but did the judge say okay? Because if that is the case, then I think they're covered. But to put their names out there, I think that was all intentional. Now, each one of the people that was mentioned by this attorney Hoover have jobs. And media isn't their primary job. No different than Attorney Pam has a profession. She's a lawyer. But she's also a YouTuber. So his argument was weak. His argument to try to single out certain individuals because they have regular jobs is weak. These people all have the right to have a second job. They have a right to be able to cover this case. And let's be honest, I would not be a part of covering this case had it not been for the YouTubers. Because that's how I learned about the case. So to attack these individuals by their methods, and you don't like what they're talking about, it was just Oh my goodness, are you really going there? And while my motion was for my company in particular, and I didn't have to go and argue my motion because the judge ruled based on the briefs. Mine was briefed and AJC was briefed. But it's almost an attack on new media. And the person that should have been in that courtroom arguing for new media is the one who created this firestorm in the first place. And you guys know who I'm talking about. You need to type the name in the chat because I'm not going to say the name, but you need to type the name in the chat. That person should have been in the courtroom defending their position on being a part of new media. Hi guys, I'm a part of new media. But why didn't you Watusi yourself in the courtroom? Because you were in the building, because I saw you today. Why didn't you come in the courtroom and make your position heard? One, you were named in the prosecution's brief, as well as the lawyer had to argue around what you said. And I'm going to show you what was disingenuous. You knew this woman visited your client in jail under the guise that she was praying for him. What we later learned through the briefing that Attorney Wooten filed was that it was more than about prayer. Your new media person essentially gave the defense ammunition to prosecute your client. But while you were taking shots at Mr. Brown, it's Byron, sir, you see me on all kind of cases, but you just didn't like how I covered this one. Yeah, guess what? Get in line, because there are many that don't like the way I tell my stories, but they appreciate the way I tell my stories. So let me say this, counselor, and the judge held me back. The judge said, "No, you winning here. Don't lose. You're winning." So I held back because you were taking a direct shot at me, and I knew what you were doing. Because you were trying to throw me off because I had to come up there. I'm going to turn around and look at you and point out the inaccuracies in your motion. And let's not talk about how long you had us waiting in the courtroom. We could have been done with this hours, but I get it. You was collecting checks around the county. I don't have an issue with that. You're collecting your checks, but let us know that you're going to be late. So we all have to collect checks. So that was not really showing courtesy to the court when this was your motion. You did this for your client. At least show some courtesy and get yourself in the courtroom in a timely manner. We waited for you. You were loud and you were wrong, sir. You were loud and you were wrong. And I want to say this as well. We all are individuals in this media space. And I always encourage those who are working under the umbrella of media, new media, that report the facts as best as you can. Report the facts as best as you can. Do your research. Do your research. But never become a part of the story. Because then it takes away from the story itself. And I will say that the individual made a part of the story. I've never in 30 plus years been added to a prosecutor's brief and arguing whether or not I should be a part of a case. I've never. And this should be an example and a cautionary warning for those that fall outside of the realm of media. Because I'm like mind boggled that we are arguing about gag orders on media when we have a serious RICO case that should be dealt with. And I agree, Williams has the right to a fair trial. But that right should not abridge on the right of the First Amendment and the members of the press who want to cover this because it's a news story. This is a RICO case in Fulton County, Georgia. One of 3 that I'm currently covering. And I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a distraction. But Mr. Williams also was a part of that distraction when he took himself on the YouTube Tasha K. So we didn't just start talking about it, plucked them from the sky. This guy was talking. And then he let the prayer warrior come to the jail. He allowed the prayer warrior to come to the jail to pray for him and then also to make his case look worse for him. Because here's the problem here. He has stated he's innocent. So if he's saying he's innocent and there's proof that he's innocent and that the government is just going after him without a case, that too needs to be covered and exposed. If the government is prosecuting people unfairly, that is a responsibility of the press to cover that as well. So I don't know if Mr. Hoover understands that reporters are in the courtroom to keep everyone honest and to bring the facts to the public. That's what we're there for. We're not your enemy. We're not your enemy. I'm not Mr. Williams' enemy. I'm not Sonia's enemy. I want him to be able to get his day in court no different than I want the other individual to get her day in court. Because the lies will, if there are lies and people being lied on, they will float to the top. And while your investigator, interesting character, and there was a lot being said, there was some things being said behind the scenes. Interesting character. You're wasting time focusing on the media when you should focus on finding the evidence to prove your client innocent. Leave the media alone. Focus on what's in front of you, never mind what's behind you, and fight for your client's freedom. Because for me, it looks like a deflection. It's deflection to me. And then you take the shot, a little small shot to me. I know he's in different courtrooms, but I just don't like how you covered this one. Well, guess what? You cannot control how us members of the press tell the story. You can't control that. You can add to anything that's unfactual that we're reporting. You can offer an alternative reality by way of releasing a statement. This denial of the gag order, Mr. Hoover, might serve your client even better. And the argument about obtaining the jury pool and so forth, listen, even a change of venue didn't work for the men responsible for killing Ahmaud Arbery. They wanted a change of venue as well. That change of venue didn't happen. You know why? Because it's the public's right to have the information. And I'm not going to tell you who said this to me. I'm not going to put your business out there. But when you came to me and said, well, they need to come to court, you think people around the world is going to walk to the courtroom? That was so one-sided. People are not coming from California to watch this case. They rely on us to report the facts. So your argument that they should just come to the court, they don't need no cameras in the courtroom, that's ridiculous. The reason why the cameras are in the courtroom to keep people honest. And the judge on this case is a fair man. He's an honest man, and he has no fear of having the media cover his case. So shout out to Judge Donaway for doing the right thing when the right thing may be uncomfortable for some people. Shout out to Judge Donaway. You need to give that judge because he's protected the First Amendment, he's protecting the Constitution, and he's not allowing people to give him shovel BS to him to hope sway him. Now, following the procedures, you got to follow the procedures. You got to follow the procedures. You guys thought I dropped the ball today. I'm not here to drop balls. Pause. But I was really taken aback that the person who started this firestorm didn't show up in the courtroom. She had an opportunity to show up. She tried to bring Ponytail into the media room. Like, what is Ponytail doing coming behind the security? We're in a secure area. Why is Ponytail back here She didn't walk in the room because she saw me. She's like, oh, what are you doing in here? I'm not playing those games. No. You're not part of the media. Why are you trying to get in the media room? You see, you can't have it both ways. You're around a bunch of reporters. What are you doing wanting to be in the secure area? And why is the infamous bringing them back here? Didn't you have enough of this? You're doing too much, lady. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Why is she walking through the secure area? We're in here fighting to keep the media in the courtroom, and you're part of the fight to keep media out, but you want to come in the media room. People have no, what's the word my mother used to use? Coof about themselves. You want the media not to be in the courtroom, but you trying to come in the media room. Where they do that at? Guys, if you understand what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the chat and type in the word ponytail. Type ponytail, you're not media. Type ponytail, you're not media. Ponytail, you're not media. I want to see a few people typing in ponytail, you're not media. So you do not need to be in the media room. And why are you in the media room with the person that started all this? You're not media, so stay out the media room. Stay in your lane, please. Because that's another, because you came in here, I'm going to ask you a plethora of questions. So see, they're playing games. See, even the person who started all this, knowing that there's an attack on other members of the YouTube community, and you're not in there trying to defend the members of the YouTube community that are media, you're not even there. You didn't even show up. You knew how important this day was. This was a gag to put a gag on a media. You just told Judge Whitaker that you knew media. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like a game for some people. You're literally telling one judge you new media, but you're not showing to the courtroom where new media is being, there's a fight to keep new media out the courtroom. Where they do that at? You know, this is not even the case that I was really covering, but I bet you I showed up to protect media. I didn't have to show up to protect media. I showed up to protect my profession. And the person who's trying to be in my profession didn't even have the decency or the courage to show up. And when her name was mentioned and she's boasting, oh, my name is in her Nestle paperwork. You're boasting about that, but you didn't show up to court and get in front of this judge and justify why your name is in the paperwork. Can we really talk about that? That's the conversation we should have. Because right now is a game for people. But I shouldn't have to fight for the right for media being here when the person who started the problem is not even showing up. She's in the building, and don't let her tell you she was coming to YSL, because guess what? You could be in this, your name's all in the paperwork. Your name is all in the paperwork. It inflames me that this individual had the audacity to bring Ponytail in the media room. Well, she got to the door. She didn't walk away, and she saw me and said, no. I guarantee you, she didn't see me sitting there, Ponytail would be sitting in the media room talking about, oh, we're going to get a gag order. She's hanging out with the person who's trying to get the media excluded. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. She's hanging out with the person who's trying to get the media excluded. Makes no sense. The audacity of some of the people that will play in your face, that's the audacity. But we'll talk about that later. They scared of the media, but they don't want to show up in the courtroom. The judge gave me the evil eye today. Basically, I got it. When you know you're winning, you don't have to do anything more to argue a point, because the judge used both of the motions that were raised, that were presented to the court for the reasons why media should be in the courtroom. He read them. I cited case law. They were there. I was prepared to argue my position. And I was more prepared after listening to this attorney Hoover make these representations to the court that wasn't fact-based. It wasn't fact-based. And if you're going to make those type of representations, you need to bring in the evidence so we can explain our position on why that is a fallacy and not a fact. So I was ready. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you I'm ready. I have no issue with the fight. I have none whatsoever. But I'm gonna show you. Let me ask you guys a question. You ever heard of people getting it? Like people start trouble in the neighborhood, and then when we all get together, we ready to find out who's creating the drama. We ready to put the fight in, and the one with had the loudest mouth wasn't around when it went down. So we're fighting, and we're looking for the person who started. He out of here. He ain't nowhere to be found. That's her. She was nowhere to be found. And I was told by someone from his side, the Williams side, that she was going to come into court. He heard that she was coming to court. Well, they lied to you. Wherever you got that information from, she didn't show up. No matter what, listen, let me tell you something. No matter what they say on their channel, they didn't show up. And life is about showing up. So when they go in there and lie and misrepresent and sell you guys a bad bag of goods, understand there were people in there that didn't know that person didn't show up. You sent in, you let the other girl come in there, but the judge probably didn't know her position in this case, but it was your two that was pretty much talking about victims. I wasn't. Pam wasn't. She wasn't. She never said names. I don't know if any other bloggers did. I think they're pretty responsible. But again, my position was to protect my company's access to this case. And that's all it is. Now, what do I think about Mr. Williams's demeanor? Well, I think he's taking it a little more serious now. His lawyer represented that he's going to talk to his client and make sure he doesn't do so much talking. Now, they have to know that any phone calls that are being recorded and being released to the public, it was done through a FOIA request. So it's not like the phones are tapped. This was done through a FOIA request. They've literally been on phone calls calling other people in three-way calls, which I've heard is not approved by the jail system. You're not supposed to make three-party calls. So they're doing, this lawyer, while he made this very eloquent argument, it didn't hold water. It didn't hold water because there were things that were being done by the person that is sitting next to you and the person that was sitting behind you. But you wanted to redirect that energy towards the reporter. That is shameful. But I'm going to forgive you, Mr. Hoover. I know you got to do what you have to do to win, collect whatever you have to do to win. But it was shameful for you to insinuate that I would even try to reveal any victims. I'm not going to report you to the bar. But it was irresponsible for you to insinuate that. That means you didn't do your research. And I'm sure those who have been covering this case from start to finish know I don't rock like that. So I took offense to that. I did. I don't like people lying on me like that. I don't. I don't like that. Couldn't even look at my face afterwards. Could not look in my eyes. He looked at my eyes coming in the courtroom, but when it was time to leave, he didn't want to. He went out the other door. He didn't even go out the same door. He went through the back door. Like, what are we talking about here? Let's have a real conversation. Because how would you feel if someone said you did something wrong as a member of the bar and called you out? You would want to confront them in a pleasant way, but confront them nevertheless. So that's my issue. So you might not like the way I report or tell my stories, but I like to get in your face and talk and ask you to explain to me where did that happen at? And where was the intent? Let's talk about it. Now that there's no gag order, you can talk to members of the press. Do you want to cherry pick what members of the press you want to talk to? I would suggest this to you, Mr. Hoover, that you reach out to those YouTubers that you don't think are a member of the media who has very sizable followings, may I add, that perhaps you can tell your client's story and make him available by way of you to convey your position because there's no gag order now. So We might be your enemy yesterday, but we may not be your enemy today. Just give me suggestions, sir. Really, I don't know if you've done. Anyway, I won't go there. I'm going to be very. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it is 452 of you in here, and why aren't you hitting the like button? Do I need to end the live? Because I do have some time. I got some time to kick it with you. We can talk about, and by the way, we're going to talk about the shaky phone. I didn't have a tripod for my phone, but I had a camera there that was on tripod. So don't worry, we got the still video. And we had I can show you some of the special equipment I brought in today. Oh yeah, it's gonna be all in your ear. You're like, oh my goodness, I hear him breathing. Oh, we have no issue with the mic. I asked my colleague, I don't know if you guys saw what happened. There was an issue whether or not I filed the Rule 22. He says, I see all these cameras in the courtroom, but I only see 2 Rule 22s. Well, I was one of them. Hello? But I get it. I'm talking about the case. Others have talked about the case, and they've talked about me talking about the case. And if you can eliminate someone who has an audience to talk about the case, then you have inadvertently achieved your goal. I would just say play fair, because the next time I may bring in my attorney, Mawali Davis of the Davis and Bozeman law firm, to argue next motion. And he's a $1 million attorney. No, you think Drew Finley's a $1 million attorney. He's a $1 million attorney. He's won some very big civil rights suits. So let's just be nice. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. And I think we're going to be watching, because he suggested there'll be other motions being filed. I think what you need to do, sir, and again, I'm not going to tell you how to practice. I think you should focus on your client's innocence, because there's a lot of stuff out there. And I have the right as a member of the press to interview victims. You can't stop that. You can't stop a reporter from interviewing an alleged victim. So if that's your goal, if there's no cameras in the courtroom, it doesn't matter. Because when I cover trials in federal court, I don't need a camera. I don't need a recorder. It's note taking. What are you going to do when you're not happy about the note taking? You don't want the reporters to write either, because this Rule 22 is only for electronic recording. Us who've been doing this for a long time, we don't need cameras. We do that so the public can see and get a feel of what the color of the courtroom is. We don't do it just not me per se. I don't care. If I had to, I was in the court last week. I didn't have a Rule 22, but I got the biggest story because I used a pen and piece of paper. So cameras is just secondary until Justice Roberts, for those who know, he's the head justice of the United States Supreme Court, until he and his colleagues feel comfortable with cameras coming in all courts. We have to go old school. We have to go traditional. And it's okay. I have no problem with it. And I don't want people to put too much weight on Rule 22s. You can come in the courtroom, bring a pen and piece of paper. You don't need a phone, you don't need nothing. Just take shorthand. I mean, we have to, it's almost like when I go to a supermarket and I give the girl the exact change or the guy the exact change at the register, and they're stuck. And they can't figure in your head, like what change you have to give the person back. Well, the computers make you weak, lazy in some instances. And if, I'm not bashing technology, I'm just telling you before there was technology, and this is for the older people that understand, we didn't have access to computers like that. We couldn't even bring a calculator in classroom. You guys could bring calculators in. When I was in school, we couldn't do that. It was pen and piece of paper. That's how we solved math problems. It wasn't we didn't have no calculators. A computer was a computer. What is a computer? When I did journal entries, I had to use a pencil, a number 2 pencil, with no eraser, and fill in the columns. You wanted to erase a number, you had to strike it out and go to the next column. But guys, I'm telling you, this right here, the technology is cool and everything, but that, you can come back and do it another way. I promise you can. I promise you can. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we got 439 in the building. I see only two thumbs up. I'm going to wait about 2 minutes. I want you guys to hit the like button. You know why? Because I could be sitting in my car drinking a Yoo-Hoo. I don't drink Yoo-Hoo. Some things right give me gas. I don't know. So I'll wait for you guys to start hitting the like button. You guys will watch it. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And I want to talk about some other things too. Something that was said. Anyway, I wish you guys hit the likes up. We go to 300. I'm gonna wait till we get to 300. You hit the thumbs up, and we can continue. Let me just check some notes right now. $222. Come on, guys, run those numbers up. Let's go. Oh, the Cash App is at Hip Hop Inquirer, by the way. Yeah. You support the other platforms. Come show some love over here. Cash App is at Hip Hop Inquirer. Someone type in let me see here. Type in my, how can I type in this? Let's see here. Eat that vegan food. Take your time. Come on, guys. We're going to run those numbers up. Run the numbers up. Hit the like button. Cash App is at Hip Hop Inquirer. That's HIPHOPENQUIRER. Someone type it in. Yeah, D, that's it. Pin that, D. Can you pin that? Let's see here. See if I can pin it. Let's see if I can pin it. I don't know why I can pin it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. 3 dots. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see here. 3 dots top right for iPhones. Okay. Okay. I think I typed something in here. Let me see. Type something in here. Let's see here. So I'm going to pin it. Oh, I see 3 dots. Go ahead. Let's see if that's what. Okay. No, that's sharing. Right. Fuzzy Sparrow. That's at right. $ Hip Hop Inquirer. That's it. I'm trying to pin it. Hold on. Put, hide, add, remove. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. We're at 246. Come on, let's get to 300. You don't like the vertical format? I'm going to change it around. I got a new tablet here. I'm going to change it around. I'm sorry you don't like the vertical format. Okay, 246, guys. Come on. And I bought the brand new pen too. I bought the brand new pen over the weekend. Let's see here. Boom. Ooh. 248. Oh, we almost there. Almost a second here. Let's see here. I know some haters in the bushes. I know you're sitting in the bushes saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm not." Listen, I'm going to tell you, keep it real. I know if they call me on some paperwork, I'm pulling up. You say I did what? Guess who's going to get called as a witness? You don't think that girl's going to get called as a witness? She's going to be added to the witness list for trial. You don't think that person's going to be called as a witness? You have the defense is already said. Oh, hold on. We're not there. Hold on. We need to, before I go into this, we need to get this to 300. Shout out my brother Jarvis. My brother Jarvis. Okay. Oh, absolutely. What do you, what do you think about my thumbnail? I got some great photos, guys, but that's the one I could grab right away. What do you think? What do you think about my thumbnail? She was working that thing. She was working that thing like a Charlotte master. You know how you had the point, you had the stars. Let's see, I don't want to. I can tell you guys some stories, guys. It's 2:53 now. You're just gonna sit here and watch. You're just gonna sit here and watch. 266. Hold on. Oh, I did some shoe cam too. Now we did some shoe cam. I did it for the, I did for you ladies. One thing I would say, she has some very strong legs. It's very, very, because you can see, she must be work out. She has some strong legs. We got. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you about some of the shenanigans. Some of the shenanigans. We almost there. You mean to tell me it's that hard to go? Listen, I'm about to end this live. You see, you're playing me now because I got to, listen. I got a lot of traffic. We need to hurry up, guys. Hit the likes because I got traffic. I'm gonna be sitting in traffic. I don't want to do that. Come on now. I got to be nice because they're watching. They're watching over there. He don't like the way I report. But what the demeanor in the courtroom is important as well. The color of the courtroom is always important. Lawyers coming in late, having people waiting, others sitting in the back, then coming to the front. There's some things that happen in that courtroom today. Some things I can, talk about. But we're not there yet. We at 263. Come on. It takes what? Another, 37 more? Come on. Oh man. Come on, guys. I gotta hurry and drop this tea because I literally have to leave here in 10 minutes. So come on. You're gonna say, oh, he just want to get likes. So I know a lot of you are the ops. A lot of you the ops. Because my supporters are going to hit the like button. They don't give a darn. They're going to hit the like button. Listen, don't hit the like button. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Super Chat. How about that? Come on now. I stayed around all day. I literally stayed here all day for you guys. Come on. Show some love here. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, what do you think about my panning game? How I pan the room? Because the Rule 22 covers you for the entire room. Once the judge is on the bench, So I was panning the room. What do you think? They say, I bet he ain't going to do it again. Mm-hmm. I was panning the room. Okay, let's see. I'm going to read, listen, I'm going to read the questions, but hit the Super Chat. I can read the questions. Hit the Super Chat now. Let's see. That's right. I'm going to save it for membership. You got it. That's it. That's a solution. That's a solution. I'll save it for the members. How about that? We ain't going to give you too much more. We're going to say this for the members. I can't give you too much now. Come on, you guys sitting there, I'm still puzzled as to why this individual didn't show up in the case. Now think about this for a second. Let's go down memory lane. Listen, hold on a second. We're there. We're 17 away. 17 away. Beautiful number. 17 away. Think about, let's go down memory lane for those who've been following this case for the beginning. Your guy came to court. The guy you've been praying for came to court dressed up for you. He was dressed up. Head to toe, haircut, sharped out. You like, had some of that Jerry curl juice in it because his hair was even glossing. Like, come on. It was a time when my hair used to gloss. But I do cut my hair, by the way. But he was ready. Listen, if you saw him in the street, ladies, yo would be like, yo, yeah, look at Mac Daddy. I know yo would be trying to holler at him. I know yo would be trying to holler at him. I know you were trying to holler. You know? Yes, we're gonna do the membership tonight. We're definitely gonna do the membership tonight. We're going to listen. I'm holding some of this back. I appreciate you guys. It looks like it's going down behind me. Let's see here. I wasn't playing. I was panning. I wanted to make sure you guys had the experience. I even got the videographer. AKA competition? Not really. I like the young brother. He's going to do his thing. So let me. They're going to tell you a story, but I'm going to tell you. I got to tell you, guys. I got to tell you this because that person's going to try to put. I'm going to tell you what happened. Where are we at here? Oh, we're not even there. No, I save it for tonight because they're going to tell their version. I'm going to tell you what really happened. I'm going to tell you what really happened. But I pulled up on someone today. They weren't in the courtroom, but my spider senses told me they were in the courtroom. So I pulled up on them. They were FaceTiming in the courtroom. And I walked right where they were at and got in their face and said, "Where you at? You ain't come to court today. Where you at?" Can you guys think who it was? Can you guys, let's just say I pulled up on, they were surprised. So they had like, what the hell? They were surprised, I'll tell you. But, at the end of the day, I still love that person. Listen, I'm going to say this. I don't care how much they spin it. I'm cool, I'm cool. But I'm gonna say that for the membership. That was funny. All right, guys. Global. You are global. Yes, it was global. It was global. It was. I pulled up. People in there FaceTiming. I'm saying, wait a minute. First, he had the phone up. I'm like, okay. You remember I told you guys way back that when I was in the YSL. And I felt my spider senses told me something was happening behind me with the whole Mariah Sciences thing. Well, my spider senses told me the same thing. And I saw, and I'm looking through my peripheral. I'm saying, okay, something's happening. So what I did, I walked across the courtroom. I said, excuse me, I need to get something over there. So they moved out the way. And then what I do, I turn around, look right into the phone. Hi. How you doing? They were like, deer in headlights. Pulled up. I wasn't playing. I was going to pull up on you. Oh, no. You just saw her face. Oh, my goodness. She was like, you do that? I'm like, it's all good. It's all love. It's all love. We thought I was going to tuck in the corner and hide. No. I'm walking up. Excuse me, I need to get over here. And I looked at her. I'm like, what the hell? Where you come from? I thought you were supposed to be in the court. You're on a Route 22. Why you ain't in the court? I pulled the hell up. I don't give a damn. No. Listen, no, we're not being messy. No, it's just listen. The court wasn't in session. I knew something was happening. I said, okay, you want me on camera? Let me just walk in on the camera. How about that? All right, guys. Yeah. Let's see here. Where we at? Okay. That was the face too. It was like this. They talk about my glasses. Let me do it without the glasses. I'm gonna get off. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Hold on a second here. Right, you gotta get my sense of humor now. Come on, I have fun. It's all love. Ain't no hate, not like that. Are you talking about you? He's talking. No. We don't rock like that. We don't rock like that. I actually like her a lot. She's dope. She got her ways, and I see them. You've been around long as I have. You pick up on people's ways. So, like the doctor said, don't eat no salty foods. It's not good for you. Sometimes you gotta stay away from the salty food. Just gotta stay away from salty food. It's not some food is just not good for you. Okay, so Sonia, before I leave, let me tell you something. She came into court. She sat in the back. She sat all the way to the wall behind someone. So she was hiding. I had Big Bertha in the front. I'm like, I can't get around that guy. I don't want to be so obvious. So Big Bertha was propped, ready to get, get that shot. But she was hiding behind the Bertha. I was like, okay. So I don't know what happened, but she decided to move to the front. And she was literally right across. She was in the seat where if Ernest turned around, you could see her right there. She was right there. But the other person wasn't right there. But she was right there waiting for him to turn his head. And you know what? He did turn his head. He turned his head and she looked at him. And all of a sudden, it was like this whole type of emotional thing happening. I felt like awkward, like I felt like I shouldn't even be watching him at that moment because I wanted to see how she looked at him, he looked at her. And the way they were looking at each other, I'm like, wait a minute, I might have to get a shower after this because this was some romantic type of connection. The way they were like just really, nonverbal communication, but you can feel it. And I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this, but I'm gonna watch. So it was a moment. It was like a brief moment, maybe a 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, but I felt it. You feel that moment where, you just pull it all out there for the person. You felt like, oh, I can do this. And I felt that moment. Then I saw, as she's looking at him, I saw like she got muscles in her legs. I saw like the veins start. I'm like, something was happening. I just like, when y'all had to turn the camera around, I was shaking. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But then, everyone got it together. But I think they had a connection. Just imagine if the other person was there, how that would have been. Would a fight broke out? If the two were sitting next to each other and that happened? Would a fight have broke out? I don't know. God. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Like she, you guys. I showed you. I showed you. She was in there. She came. That's the first time I seen her in the courtroom. So she came in. She showed out. She said, "Listen, I'm coming in for my man." She's there for him. She's there for him. So I know who wasn't there for him. And that's Shirley Strawberry. She wasn't there. So then there was some other content creators in the courtroom. I don't know. You guys got to send me the ones who were in the courtroom. I'm bad on names like for the first time. So DM me on Instagram or send me a DM on Twitter so I know who you were, and send me a picture as well. Don't say, hey, I was in the courtroom, you saw me. Send me a picture too. I want to make sure I know who it is because I get a lot of DMs. But yeah, she came in there. She was there actually, I want to say she was there like 9 o'clock. Right. The other one to show up. Listen. You guys. I'm not hating, but yeah, you guys y'all be falling for the okie doke. Didn't show up. All the people that were supporting her. She's there for the man. She's all there. I'm gonna show up. This was a big day for her. This was an opportunity that she just didn't show up. And she said, I was covering YSL. No, YSL was good. There are enough reporters covering YSL. You should have showed up in this court. You just showed up. I'm seriously wondering why you didn't show up. Defend the YouTubers. I was ready to defend, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is true. Although we won the gag order, I wanted to make sure the judge knew on the record that these YouTubers that the attorney Hoover was calling out provide content for a large audience. And this is new media. This is what they do. But who best would have been able to argue that for the new YouTubers than the infamous? She represents YouTubers. She could have came in and argued. Not like she did with Judge Whitaker, because that right there was a argue for the YouTubers, for their right to not be censored. She could have came in and did that. She could have came in and said, Your Honor, I stand here today before you as a YouTuber and a member of new media. I take offense to Attorney Hoover's representation about YouTubers. Us YouTubers, I'm literally writing her speech, us YouTubers are trying to figure this out. And some of us do have part-time jobs or full-time jobs. Until this makes its way to be their primary role. It is me as a member of the new media community that I protest, and I'm in opposition of this attorney's and Mr. Ernest Williams' motion to gag us. We offer a service. We even offer church service on Sundays, some of us. And for him to want to muffle us content creators, I take offense to that. She could have came in, but she ducked, hit her tail, and didn't show up. Deplorable. Deplorable, ladies and gentlemen. And I wasn't even part, like, if it wasn't for Pammy Pam saying, yo, D, come on down, come bring the camera, come on in. I wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have been part of this. But now the people who've asked me to be here as well. They asked me to be here. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if I'm dedicated to something, I'm going to be there. And I'm going to tell you something else I did. I got ahead of the curve. I'm going to tell you what I did. I was playing chess. The lawyer was presented with my Rule 22 today. He was presented with my Rule 22. He read it. My Rule 22 covers to the conclusion of this trial. I made sure of that. To the conclusion of this trial, which the judge has signed, so we're not going to play the Rule 22 game no more. That's weak. We're not doing that. And this is what I do with cases that I cover from start to finish. So you don't have to worry about if he filed one. I file one to the conclusion of the trial. If it makes it to that, that's chess. That's not checkers. We're not going to play that game. You try to keep me out of the court. You tried to, I see this camera, I see this camera, I don't see. Come on. You know I've been covering this from the very beginning. Before you got around. Ask Judge Adams, she'll tell you. You try to do the old Harlem Shake with me. I'm like, you try to do like this. I'm like, I'm ready. So we ain't gonna play those games. I may be in New York, and I might have to catch a flight to come back down here for this. But I covered those bases. And I make sure if I'm not there, someone else will be there for me. So what I might start doing is covering some of your cases and see how well you're doing with your other clients. I might do that. And see how you're doing a good job. You're in all these counties. You collecting checks all over the place. I might have to start covering you in your different cases. Free press or freedom of the press. Get it? Free press or freedom of the press. You get it? You know what I'm talking about. And so I said, don't talk too much here. I do it for a reason, because sometimes you got to plant a seed and see, it's again a chess. I won more chess games than I lost in my life. I love the game of chess. I love strategy. I love it. And I saw that play coming before it even happened. I saw the play already. I knew what the play was. But some of the stuff I'm going to save in membership. So you guys, I'm going to save some of the stuff. I'm going to give you guys a little game. Some people dropped out the class early and start running amok, but I'm gonna give you guys some game. So I think I want to do the membership about 9 o'clock. I'll do another live in membership, and I'll be bringing some of the content from what I shot today. The sound quality is impeccable. Impeccable. I brought a special device in for that, but I won't show everybody that. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Someone said they sent. Let me see. Did I get a cash out? Let's see here. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not really. Listen. Let's see here. Hold on a second here. $500. Thank you. Thank you. $500. Wait a minute. Oh, $5. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on a second here. Oh, Tosh. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, I was wrong. Alameen, appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app. But we're gonna tell you what you gave me. We're gonna say thank you. Thank you. And Katrina Lee, I appreciate that. Appreciate that cash app. Appreciate that. Sherry Holiness. Appreciate you. Appreciate that cash app. Jackson, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate that. Hold on a second, guys. Appreciate that. Very generous. Very generous. Very generous. I appreciate that. I am humbled. I am humbled. I might go to Juicy Crab tonight. I'm just kidding. You guys know I like to eat now. I don't gain weight because I work out. So it's like, but I'm going to be hitting the gym. Like, I'm gonna tell you, these guns, I can't get in my jackets no more. It's like, I be hitting, You'll be sleeping on OG. OG be getting it in. I used to go live at the gym, but I ain't gonna do that. I might do it. But listen, I got to get out of here. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the membership at 9 o'clock. I mean, I got footage to download. I got a lot of work to do. You know, we're gonna be playing the footage in real time. I'm gonna be listening to I'm also gonna be watching some of you YouTubers, making sure you guys are following the rules of professional journalism. Just read the rules. Adopt what makes sense to you, but read the rules. I get it. Some of it's, I got to say something to run the numbers up. But read the rules. Some of that stuff, it can help long term. Appreciate you, but read the rules. It's there, and I actually posted in one of my videos. And if you're really serious about this, join the National Association of Black Journalists, because there's a lot of information that you can glean from being a membership with the National Association of Black Journalists. The events that happen around the country, it's the best money spent. The best money spent. It also gives you access to certain things. These professional associations give you access to certain things. Just a little tidbit. Right, so stop giving advice to the ops. It's kind of hard. Who's the op? Who's the op? You know who the ops are? The ops are the ones who haven't hit the Cash App. The ops are the ones who hit the thumbs up. You're the ops. Don't be an op. Come on this side. Come on this side. I know you like to talk your mess. No, I don't like him because you do this. I don't like him because you do that. He doesn't do it the way it's like Don Lemon does it, or Cuomo. He doesn't the way. I get it. We all individuals. I get it. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I see you on my live tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. Let me see. What I got to do here? I got to read this. Okay. Thank you, Teddy's mom. Thank you for the super chat. Who else I got over here? Cappuccino latte. Oh, I like that cappuccino latte. I'm a frappuccino myself, but hey, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Did I miss anyone? Okay. Appreciate you. Let me see if I can get out of here. All right. Let me get out of here. There, boom. Okay. All right, guys. I need to pack up. Ooh. See, I brought the bam! Ain't no fake there. Burn the Hermes out. I didn't know what Nestle was going to wear, so I had to bring my Hermes belt out. I had to put the Hermes on today. Funu. I don't know what Funu is. Okay, hold on a second, guys. And once again, shout out to Lily Young, the red lipstick hustler, for coming in and work with the brothers today. Shout out to her. 2 phones. Pull up tonight so you can see the crisp footage. Pull up tonight. They want to see what kind of socks. Oh, wait. Do you guys want to see what kind of socks I'm wearing? Because you can tell a lot about a man by the socks he wears. You want to see the socks I'm wearing? Hold on a second. You'll think I'll be playing. Let's see. You want to see the socks I'm wearing? Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna show you the socks. I'm wearing. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me show you the socks I'm wearing. Hold on. Bam. Look, go ahead. Ooh. You see how, you got the little, oh yeah, we ain't gonna do too much now. Bam. You ain't catching me slipping. You're not gonna catch me slipping. And the undies match too. Oh my goodness. You're not catching me slipping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I really do. See you guys tonight on a membership. In our membership section tonight, we'll be talking about we're going to show you the recap. And when I tell you Big Bertha, I bought Big Bertha out. I got Little Bertha, Big Bertha. I bought Big Bertha out. So yeah, we got it good. We got some good stuff. Appreciate you guys. I really do. If you're running my footage on your platform, leave a donation. Leave a donation. How about that? If you're running my footage on your platform, because it's shaky. I know my footage is shaky, and I know what my footage look like. Well, the camera phone footage. But we'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.